Ding ding. And we are live. And welcome to the delicious recipe here on UPRN, New Orleans Talk Radio. And we are on YouTube, we are on Twitter, we are on Twitch, we are on Facebook, UPRN, and I think it's under UFO Paranormal Talk Radio, or UFO Paranormal Radio, UFO Paranormal Radio, and I think UFO Gods and Extraterrestrials and whatever else there. And if you're listening along there too as well, I think we're in lots of audios. Wherever podcasts are played, you can find us. And today is Thursday at 7 p.m. And I have one of our hosts that is on this UPR on station. And I'm glad to have her on there. And I should be doing this more often. They're getting other hosts and stuff like that and guests to come on there because I like to learn about other people in there and what they think there too. And Cathy Bilsky is the person we have on there tonight, and she does Quantum Leap. You have something coming up there tomorrow too, or on the 24th. And let's just get in there. Just say hello and tell the viewers out there and my guests out there what you got going on and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everybody, and thanks, Del, for bringing me on your show today. We're doing a world event tomorrow. We're going to quantum leap the world and all life forms into divine enlightenment. Sorry. So it's going to be 5 o'clock Eastern time on this radio station. And it's also going to be live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all social media. So we're going to chant for 1 hour. And I don't care how you bring enlightenment down or how you call it down, but I like to chant. Okay. So I posted the chants out there, and the basic chants: may divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. So it's real simple. And again, I posted the chants everywhere. Now you can do that, or just get quiet for 2 minutes and send energy into what we're doing. Right. And if you hold a crystal, it'll amplify the energy.
What type of crystal should you be holding?
Any. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Mm-mm.
Would a regular rock there help too? Or is it just something?
Well, I would say a regular rock is a lot denser. So, okay. Like a crystal, it's specifically to amplify.
Okay.
So if you're in a group setting, you can put it in the middle and it'll amplify the group.
Okay.
So we're going to do the enlightenment event in my store, but it's an online event because who's traveling anywhere now?
Right.
So, you can follow along. And, when you use the power of the spoken word, it really that's creation and really puts it out there. Now, this is not the first one I've done. This is about the third or fourth, but every time we've done it, there's been a major shift on the planet. Okay. Now, what I found that you won't see the energy on the planet. It won't hit. Usually it's a month or two, and then you see something explode. So I'm really hoping that the universe will make it a little bit quicker this time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'd be good if they go and blast out this pandemic crazy nut. I can go on and on about that stuff. I don't even want to talk about that stuff there.
Well, the more enlightened people are, the more they're going to see through the bullshit.
Right. Okay.
So it's really helping as many people as we can reconnect to the Creator, because when they're an awakened spiritual being, they know better.
Right.
And everybody else's missions will be easier because people will get it and they'll help and they'll join in, and it'll be great.
And that's on the 24th at
tomorrow.
Okay.
5
o'clock. People should know there that you are over in the Hawaiian Islands, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that's anybody that's listening out there. Time changes and stuff like that. So because I'm here in the middle of Canada, almost by Lake Superior, so northern Ontario, and then I think you're 5 hours different from me, or 3. You're different from California.
You're not on Eastern time. You're Eastern time. Okay, yeah. So we're 5.
Yeah.
So it'll be noon to 1 here, and then California, 2 to 3.
Okay, that's good. So anybody that's listening out there that's picking this up there, they can find out what times there are. And oh, geez, am I hearing that too? Oh, um, another thing there too is let's talk about your radio show. What is it all about?
Enlightenment.
You're gonna stop me at there. Oh,
Ask her why she's doing it.
okay, there you go. See, there. See, this is why I have her. I apologize. I'm so tired. I got called into work there early this morning, so I'm like running on fumes here. So,
It's way okay.
okay,
Um,
why are you doing? You heard that? That's from here. I'll go on spinner for people can see. Laura.
Decorating the tree, otherwise I'd be joining you.
She's decorating the tree, and the reason I'm wearing Grinch stuff was today at work we had it was Grinch Day, so Laura went and picked me up a shirt, and I think it's got a little the hair. I think there are two on top, and then the tooth there. So that's what I wore there today at work.
I've got my little, this is the best I've got. Okay. All
There
right.
we go. Okay, so back to you again. Okay, so why are you doing Quantum Leap?
Not quantum leap,
Or
but enlightenment.
Quantum Enlightenment. Oh, geez, see, I'm getting it all from
Well,
every
it's for
sector.
world enlightenment. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people reconnect to the creator. And, we are not on the timeline we're supposed to be on. We are on a timeline of Nazis, and we're not on a timeline of enlightenment. So,
Mm-hmm.
if enough people come together, we can really shift it. But on my radio show, I do a lot of energy work.
Okay.
Um, I cut off the dark side from their energy sources, from doing their energy work,
Mm-hmm.
and give energy to everything good. So, occasionally I have a couple guests on, but it's all about energy work. And, you can meditate, and to me, that's passive.
Mm-hmm.
So after you're done meditating, what do you do with all that energy? It just,
Right.
okay. So you take that energy
And
and you put it to work and you put it to use.
mm-hmm.
And, there's many things you can do. You can work with the elemental kingdom and cutting them free. And, I also believe that what we're seeing now, especially with the weather, is not natural.
Right.
This is man created. So years ago, when I was on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and Facebook wasn't so crappy, I was able to post at one time, one day, 200 posts. So
Mm-hmm.
say I'm working on the California fire. Okay. If I
Yeah.
could post that 3 days in a row, like I said, 200 posts, that fire was gone. It was dead.
Okay.
And the firemen could come in and take over and put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now Facebook has limited me. I can't even post about the event without being threatened to be cut off.
Yeah,
They
that's
cut me down to 50, and now it's, four. If I post the event 4 groups in a row, it pops up like, oh, nope, you can't do that.
really
Oh, yeah, for me. And I'm
okay.
posting the enlightenment.
So
Okay.
they've limited you that you're only allowed 4 posts per month.
No. For if I want to promote something,
Okay.
okay, like the event, or
Yeah.
if I want to put out one of um, my energy works, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that anymore like I used to because
Okay.
they've
They
censored it to the point that I can't.
right. They
And
put you on the naughty list.
I'm on the naughty. I'm so proud to be on the naughty list.
There you go.
Ooh,
Then that means you're actually doing something then, right? That
yeah,
should be a badge of honor.
it is, but it's also frustrating
No doubt. Yeah. That
because when I first started working with weather, you were working also with just weather and Mother Nature.
right.
Now you've got the HARP, you've got weather modification,
Yeah.
you've got direct energy weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I've talked about all those things there, and the big one there that people don't realize is that China up at the top there has a huge their own HARP thing there that's been dealing with the northern jet stream, and you wonder why you're getting these weird rains or no rains when, especially in California, when there was no fire, or when they had the big fires there. They were pushing a lot of stuff, and you can even see this on the map with where the heat was coming there and pushing the jet stream away and pushing the clouds away there.
There are over 50 HARP installations all over the world.
Right.
So we are having weather wars.
Mm-hmm.
And, like what we just had with all those tornadoes popping out of nowhere in America where they don't normally have tornadoes, that's a weather war. Some other country is really pissed off at us.
Right. And this is a thing there. A lot of people didn't even realize. I even told some people about this, about Dubai. They have their own weather system to make it rain there once a week. And people say, oh, they can't do that. No, yes, they do. Cloud seeding has been a thing that's been going on for like 60, 70 years. And now we have energy weapons that go and move jet streams and put energy up there and push stuff away. And this is another part that I've talked about this many times. There, I had an old picture from 1906 of New York, and this is before Wi-Fi and all that stuff there. And the streets were just littered with electrical cables all over everywhere, right? Because people had to be connected for their telephones, electric, and stuff like that. Now all those cables are gone. Everybody's on Wi-Fi, right? And now you have to think about, you have all these transmissions going through the air. The cables were there that you saw it. It was like a littered mess. And now you got to figure how much of this energy is being bombarded into the average person that's walking through there.
A lot. We're being nuked.
Yeah.
You've got 5G, you've got, talking on the computer, talking on your cell phone, the Wi-Fi. It's constant. So one of the things I've picked up, which really works well, is it's called this Blue Shield.
Okay.
This little gadget here.
Right.
And it literally...
yep. I see it there. Yep.
Okay. It protects me from all that energy, and it does work, I have to say.
So
I feel better. I see the difference.
So with this Blue Shield, does this emit something? So you're emitting the block?
Yes.
You just want to run to the bush.
It's frequencies. Okay.
Yep.
It's frequencies. So I can't get technical. Okay. Right. I can't, especially today. It's just not going to happen with my brain. It works. Then that's all I can say. I feel better. I feel protected, and they're not cheap.
Right.
They are expensive. This little thing cost me $500.
Oh,
but I'm worth it. I'm worth it. This is Earth. Okay. Yeah. I consider it part of my Earth kit that I don't go anywhere without.
So what do you think so it's $500, that blue thing there, whatever. What is it sending out? What is it blocking? So is it going to block your phone there so you can't receive phone calls anymore?
No, 5G, the Wi-Fi, if I put it in, while it's here, it'll block out the radiation from the computer.
Right, eh? That's it, because this is another thing. Well, I went to school, took environmental engineering there, and I also took electrical engineering too. But one thing there is, this is a big thing that's going around here in Canada, is people doing pollution, electrical pollution, and people go through your house and check what all this frequencies are going through there. And you have to sort of think there is that besides the food that we're eating, all that processed food and stuff like that, that's probably toxifying your body, and you got all these signals coming into you, and you have to wonder, why are people getting sicker?
That's one reason. But they won't talk about it. They won't talk about the 5G or say how harmful it is, because it's all about planned obsolescence, and they want the humans gone.
That's who wants the humans gone? Because I do conspiracies a lot, so I got my own. I got lots.
Let's
Lots
go
of
to the
theories.
1%. The 1%. They don't give a shit about humans,
Right.
as you can tell how they treat us and how
Mm-hmm.
they are replacing us
Mm-hmm.
with AIs and all that. They
Mm-hmm.
don't care.
Yep. There's a new. Oh, geez, what did I just watch? There a documentary on the new AI technology, and this stuff is crazy
It's
real.
creepy.
Yeah. This.
And you've got Elon Musk out there who's head of it, and he's going out and saying, we really should regulate this. I'm telling you now. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking the guy he is no longer human. He
You
is a
don't think?
reptilian alien hybrid.
Okay, here. This is good. This is
Okay.
okay. Reptilian alien. Okay, so you think Elon Musk is a reptilian alien? I
He
think
is,
I think he's a freak. That
I think
super smart.
he's,
His mom. I did a whole backstory on his mother, and that connection, that family is weird. And then,
well, yeah. I mean, she went out one time and she was bragging about how wonderful the kids are on Twitter. And I just went, stop bragging. You created a monster with Elon. So just stop. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, when you look at him and you watch some of his videos and you go back to 5 or 6 years ago when he was a real human,
Right.
okay, or sort of one. Okay, now it's done. He's been completely taken over. And why? I mean, a human would not create something to replace another human to kill you.
Right.
I mean, so you are completely obsolete. That is not a human. He doesn't give a shit.
Hmm.
So he's also warning. And when you watch him talk, he cannot talk now without his eyes going like this.
Right. He always goes off like this, and he's like, this is like he's
Yeah.
sort of getting a download or something, eh?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you watch some of the people that, again, his old lectures, you
Mhm.
can see some of these people shapeshift. That,
I've seen some weird videos there where I've seen uh even Laura, my wife there, we've watched videos where you see eyes change. And
yes.
I don't now this is the thing there. This is what I do, conspiracy stuff like that. I have a very skeptical mind about stuff there. I'm wondering if there's been sort of some trickery that was done with people alternating video and stuff like that. I guess unless I see it personally without video, because I've been, it even goes with paranormal and ghost stuff. There's so much things that people can fake. That's why I always say, like, on research everything on my show, check out from many sources and stuff like that, and then that's it. Just question everything.
I've seen people shapeshift twice in my life.
Okay, who is
Okay.
okay.
One was, oh my God, lifetimes ago, probably when I was 30. I'm 68, a long time ago.
Okay. I'm
So, guy,
50, I get it. 51.
you young person.
Oh,
So, this
okay.
man
Oh,
was
thank
giving
you.
a lecture, and while he was lecturing, he literally shaped into a lizard face and then back to human. And I wasn't the only one that saw this. This was
Oh,
in
wow.
Pennsylvania. So, you get back to the campsite and we're all going, did you see what I see? And they go, yeah. And we weren't high. Okay. We were totally straight.
Right, right.
But what do you do with that? You just put it on the shelf and you go, that's a nice place for it. And you just
Yeah,
move on.
well, I'll pull this one up there when I see it again, right?
So then years later, this other guy, they were dealing with the Enochian tablets, and that's dealing with black magic. That's
Right.
that's dark.
Well,
Okay.
see, they
He
say Enochian is supposed to be angel language, right? But I think there's a big misunderstanding about anything with dealing with a lot of stuff. That's
if
like what, even when I talked to Laura Lee about this, I says, when she's doing her light worker stuff, I says, you have to know about the dark just as much as the light, because you don't know the balance of where the line goes, right? If you don't know the dark,
right.
you don't know the light.
But if you don't know what you're saying, don't say it. If you're
That's
saying
true.
all of a sudden,
Hmm.
hey, here's a language which you're not going to understand, but I'm going to tell you it's
Hmm.
the angelic world. But which part? The angelic of light or the demon side? And it's the
Right,
demons.
right. Lucifer was an angel too,
So
right?
this guy, he shapeshifted absolutely from a demon
Yeah.
back to human and then we left.
Mhm.
You know, looks like
Wow.
time to go. Okay. So I've seen pictures too.
Okay.
But when I have seen enough videos where you've seen too many to know that they've been tampered with,
Right. Yeah.
and you see them go buggy-eyed from normal to all of a sudden they're like
Hmm.
this, and their eyes are out, like 2-3 inches,
Yeah.
or their neck,
Oh yeah.
is doing some
The
creepy
doing doing
shit.
doing the Aquaman Finn Gills.
Yes. Okay. And you're just going, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Laura and we watched a video there of people just spacing out and just being on live camera and just like, and they're going, hey, and they're talking to people and like, and all of a sudden you see them
There's
go click, and like they just
there
got
yeah.
rebooted, like
Yeah.
they were taking a download, and all of a sudden I think it was like even a couple of CNN reporters that were like that just sort of got caught in a download. Yeah, what was that there, Laura?
Al Roker.
Oh, Al Roker. Yeah, that was the one that was.
And Beyonce.
Oh, beyond. Oh, yeah. See, I told her to come on there too, and she's just chiming in from this side.
Well, yeah. There's I to me, the powers that be and the really, really famous people, they're no longer human.
Yeah.
They're satanic. They dwell in that world.
Hmm.
They conjure them up, and of course they don't talk about it, and that's why they do this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Whenever you've seen a picture of that, they've gone through an
Or they
initiation.
do this,
Or
or the three down the chest there with the holding there. Yeah,
hmm
there's so many secret clubs. That's what's so interesting there. Yeah.
oh yeah,
I just
but
remember.
when
I remember this one here was from Italian, and that was like the sign of the bull, and the old Italian lady. That was like a swear, right? Mm, mm.
but
But
that's a sign of Satan. When you see them do that,
mhm,
they're saying, I belong to the club.
mhm.
Yeah.
I used to do that
Yeah.
at every time I go to Rockfest. There, woo!
Well, now you know what you were giving energy to.
There you go. Yes, that's the whole thing. Well, this comes into an interesting part here. Okay, I have a lot of ideas, or just what do I say? I can't say ideas, but just theories on this. And I don't want to get into anything about too much into religion part and stuff like that. But I always wonder about language, because people say that words mean something. But this is the part there, is that if you're speaking something that's in our nowadays English and it's different from the old language or the original language, but you're sort of interpreting over that top of that. So, like, say if I said the word dingleberry or something like that, but that was from 7,000 years ago. And then today's word is
You could you you could
milkhorn. They
you
don't
can
mean
use
the same thing, but you're not using the original part. This
you
comes in this part about magic, right?
but you can use the same word, okay? Gay. What did that mean 100 years ago? Happy.
Right. Same with fag.
Okay.
Fag was a cigarette.
And now
And
what
it,
does it represent? Okay.
yeah, well,
But
people take offense to that. This is why I want to bring back the word retarded, because I think retarded is the best word ever. Because I call people retarded all the time because they don't think, and that's what it means, to stop the process, right?
hmm
But you get these SJW people that want to go, and cancel culture people says, well, that's my son. Well, no, that's not what I was talking about. If you want to associate that with yourself, then that's your problem. That's not my problem. Then you're retarded for thinking that, right?
it's an endless stream.
Yep. I know, Laura Lee. I love the word cunt, and I like and I love saying it anyways, because I think it's so
But did you
raw.
ever look up the meaning of that?
Yes, I did a show
Okay,
on
it
this about
means
2 years ago.
queen.
Yep.
Yeah, it means queen
Yeah.
in the olden days. So when you call somebody a cunt, you're calling them a queen.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with well, the FUCK. I went through that one there too as well, and that one there's many different variations where the origin came. There was like for under consent of the king, right? That was about having sex, right? You had to have a piece of paper, but right? So you couldn't have sex unless you had from under consent of the king, something like that. Anyways, but there's been other variations of what that might have come from there.
Hmm.
Same with SHIT, that means something different because it was an acronym, not an actual word. It was pulled in, but now we're seeing there today is that. And you've probably noticed this too as well, is that people are adopting certain words or certain images or certain things, and they're taking them into
I'm not
these.
going there. I'm sorry, but
Ugh,
if a man decides to turning into a woman, I am not calling it they. You
right,
are either a man or a woman, and
right.
don't you dare trying to change motherhood. That is sick and twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers, women have babies, men do not.
Right.
So don't bastardize women
Mm-hmm.
being pregnant and giving birth.
Right. Well,
No, they are totally trying to fuck us up word wise,
well,
and I'm not doing it.
we're on YouTube there, Kathy. So
Oops, sorry.
we'll
I'm
just put
from
a beep.
Michigan. This is what we do.
I would swear like a sailor too, but that's okay. Well,
It's
we'll probably hear something from Joe there later. It says, "Tell your show got put over." Oh
oh,
well.
they won't say anything.
Eh,
It'll be invisible.
okay. No, but
But part of
I.
the enlightenment is because I believe
Mhm.
that we live on a satanic planet.
Okay.
That's who is control.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are thinking that actually our presence here on Earth is actually the part of hell before we go to somewhere else. This is like our purgatory or something like that.
Well, if
That's
that's
one.
what they believe, I've
Yeah.
got a kind of a nice life. I don't know about you. No matter how crazy it is out there,
Hmm.
my personal life is doing pretty good, and God don't test me. Okay.
I'm doing good. Me and Laura are doing awesome there. We're getting through there. I think is was that so many people are they don't have their eyes open. They're not looking at things. Like, and this is one thing that I've told her many times is that she thinks that the reason I don't sleep is because I'm always focusing on everything around. I'm watching everything. Like I just, she says maybe I was in another world. I was like another life. I was like a private investigator, just looking at everything that was going on. But I noticed stuff, and a lot of my
Hmm.
people, a lot of my peers, people I work with, I says, "Don't you see that?" And they're like,
But
"No,
see,
they're just focused in themselves or in their small little bubble."
and you're also a pioneer.
Mm,
Okay. You're seeing things before other people do, and it's hard. You're a groundbreaker.
hmm.
And what I've been told, it's like, I'm going to speak it, and they may not get me
Right,
or think I'm crazy. But what I did is I opened ground for the next person to come in, and
right.
then they're going to go, oh my God, yeah, I heard it somewhere. I have no clue where, but yeah, oh God, how smart.
Hmm.
So it's hard to be a pioneer here.
Yeah, though that's very, very true. And you're seeing right now, and I've talked about this many times, is that you have this cancel culture, SJW, and whatever else you want to call these people, trying to erase history and change shows so much that it's unbelievable. Like I've
But you
never
look
seen.
at history. But what is history?
Mhm.
History is a bunch of lies anyway.
Well, some of it, yeah, it's part of it is,
I
but
mean,
we do have a
what did they do?
documentation, right? That we can
What
sort
do
of
you,
figure,
but
but it's
we can just go with World War II.
right.
Okay,
Hmm.
the war never ended. We sucked up all the
Oh,
Nazis. Nobody talks about that. Hitler
right.
made it to Argentina. There's no friggin' way. See, I can say
Oh,
friggin'.
I
There's
totally
no
agree.
way he died. Okay, and I believe,
China continued on, and that's why we're in the part that we're in right now. They continued the war, and that's why we're at this point, and people don't want to see that.
well, but
I,
look at all the Nazis that are all over that. They never went
mhm.
away,
Well,
and
NASA
it's
was,
generational.
yep. NASA was they brought over what half of the all the scientists and
Yes.
that created that part there, and Walt Disney was involved in that. That was a big, huge propaganda thing, right?
So is Henry Ford. I mean, I come from Dearborn, Michigan. Okay. And what does it say about you when Hitler has only one picture on his wall and it's Henry Ford?
Right.
Okay. All right. So, and I also believe that, Hitler made it to Argentina. He had a family.
Mm-hmm.
Merkel
Yep.
is the daughter. And I also believe that Donald Trump is a
Mm-hmm.
clone, a very bad clone of his.
You think
But
so?
oh God, think about it. Okay, his
I
daddy
okay.
was rich. Okay, and back then Hitler was doing a lot of cloning. Not Hitler,
Well,
but
yep,
okay. So,
yep.
and
Well,
you
so was
ever
the
saw the?
U.S. The U.S. was and
Okay,
doing
well let's
cloning,
just.
cloning. Okay, well, we'll start with
But
this
this
one
is
first.
this was World War II. Okay,
Right.
they were trying to clone Hitler. And have you ever seen The Boys from Brazil? That
Yes, I
old
watched that
movie.
movie there, and then
Okay.
I heard that whole conspiracy theory about Baron Trump is 100-year time traveler that it was all doing with that there.
Okay. Well, let's get back to Trump.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so my theory is, why don't they touch him?
Hmm.
They will not touch him with anything. He is like
Hmm.
the golden child. All right, so we're just going to say if you're the son of Hitler, even if you're a
Right.
clone, okay, you're going to get special treatment. His mother hated him. Out of all her kids, she couldn't
Really?
stand him. Now,
Well,
why
because
wouldn't
the
she
father
stand?
loved him.
Well, yeah, if you're the son of Hitler, daddy loved you, but
Well,
mama, who had to carry him.
well, you know the whole part about his father, Donald Trump's father, the real estate there, and then Donald Trump basically took over everything, and he basically built New York's downtown there, and made more money than his dad, eh?
I'm just getting back to what I think his lineage is from,
Okay,
okay, and why he has not been touched.
okay,
Okay, so
hmm
that's just my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
okay. Well, that's a good one there. I just watched actually. What was it yesterday? Is that 2024 in the U.S. because we follow stuff up here in Canada. What goes in the U.S. affects us over here. We got a tyrant there that loves China, Justin Trudeau, or I call him JT in the Sunshine Band, and he idolizes China, and he wants to make Canada. I call it Chinada. That's what he wants to go
Well,
forward, right?
doesn't
And
he also have money invested in all the vaccines and the
yes, he does,
bioweapons,
and
and that's why he's pushing them?
he's got pedophile friends that have all been somehow uh, been found out, but you don't find any news stories about them being charged, right? And he lived with one, he went to school with one, he would room with one, and he had all this pedophile young porn on his computer. It was all found, it all came out in the news, and it disappeared. Anything that
Because
talks
he's
about him,
protected. He's
right?
protected.
My theory is there is that I just wish I could get a hair sample and a hair sample from
Mhm.
Castro's brother and find out that they were actually true because I think there's a splitting image like a him at 18 and Castro at 18. They look identical, and that's why
Mhm.
we made a joke on here with Joe Montaldo, the owner of the station. We call him Justin Castro. I call him JT in the Sunshine Band, and his mother. The whole thing. This is all news that was out there. This was all known. She used to smoke dope in front of the RCMP when he was before 9 months before he was born. She was living in Cuba at Castro's place on Cuba in Cuba, and figure that one out,
Yeah, it's right there, right in front of our eyes.
right? She used to party with the Rolling Stones and everything like that. This is all news. This is all stuff, but they're trying to hide all this history. You try and find this
Mhm.
stuff now. I knew this stuff back 30 years ago, 40 years
Yeah,
ago.
hiding history. Try to find out Carl Schwab's history and see how much has
Oh,
been
yeah.
eradicated. And that
Yes.
little Nazi, it's like, don't tell me he's not a Nazi. His
Hmm.
family was Nazi. He supported
Schwab.
Hitler.
Schwab.
Yeah, Schwab.
Yeah, there you go. Schwab your ears there, people. Wake up. Listen who's telling you stuff. And you know what? Another part there, besides Carl Schwab, uh, the Open Society Foundation. Now, I did a whole show on this about 2 years ago about this guy. This guy was a Jewish guy that actually went in with the Nazis and went and threw out other Jews. You know who I'm talking about?
Hmm. Hmm.
Is she here? Okay, I just totally. He's the biggest guy there. He's been funding everything in the States there. All these judges.
Soros?
George Soros. There you go.
Okay.
Yes, if you go into his stuff with the Open Society Foundation, he funds Black Lives Matter, Antifa, uh, gets all these people into positions all through the states there, and they start changing state laws, and then they keep on moving up. And you wonder why the states are being as effed up as they are right now.
But this is what the Republicans do. All
Well, the
right. If
Democrats.
No,
Well,
no, no. The Democrats are
Hillary.
do nothing stuff. The Republicans, they plan it out. They know what they're doing. They are totally together. They're, when they come to do something, they all join in. The Democrats, they are all talk and they don't do crap. I am
Well,
so
they
over all
well
of them.
George Soros has been funding the Democratic National Party there, anyways, and Hillary Clinton. This is another part that's going to be interesting for you people listening out there. Is that the talk is 2024 election? It's going to be part two: Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton.
And this is the best they can give us.
Yeah. Well, they don't figure Joe Biden's going to last past New Year's.
He's already a clone. They've already taken him over and they put some, I mean, have you seen how he is shorted out so much? You look at his eyes and a lot of his picture, there's nothing there, there's nobody home, totally black eyes with no life in them at all.
Right. So what do you think about your president? Did you vote for him?
I did because
Oh, so you're the blame. There we
okay,
go. I'm
wait.
sorry. I'm not pointing fingers. I'll go.
Because what are you going to choose? A Nazi, which Trump is.
Sure.
And I have a black daughter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He's
Well, I'm
he's got
sorry,
nothing. He's got nothing
but
against them.
who, him? Trump?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, please, come on. He's a total racist, so give me a break.
You think he's a racist?
Huh?
You think
Trump?
he's a racist, or is that just the propaganda you've been hearing? I think that he's.
It's a lot of study. He's a total. You can't be a Nazi and not be a racist. Come on.
I think anybody that gets into power. This is my theory on that is that when you go into a small town, you're thinking about your community and around you. As you move up the ladder, you go from municipality to town to city to province, state to federal. All you're thinking about is your own pocket and the money of your friends, and that's it. So anybody that's up in the higher powers of government, they don't care about Joe Blow down on a two-story avenue that's barely making minimum wage. They don't care about that where they started out from. All they care about is filling their own pockets, doing whatever they want to do, and that's it. Like I cannot stand AOC, that whole squad thing there. That's the most retarded thing I ever heard in my life.
Local. It starts local.
Yeah.
I've seen the local people here, the mayors, the governors, just really rape the people. But this is all they do. And how many of them have been hand chosen?
Right. Yeah. Well, look at where did Barack Obama come from? That was the weirdest thing. Period. I tried to find he just was like there. He all of a sudden he's in Parliament for 2 years and then he's president. He was a city planner, and then all of a sudden he's the head of the DNC, and he's president. Like this whole thing that Joe Biden and this Kamala Harris, this another person there. She has raped and pillaged the minorities for years and years and years. Joe Biden, the same thing. He put more people in jail with his policies that he pushed through there. This guy was the VP under Barack Obama. Oh my God. People have such a short-term memory.
It was a no-win situation. I knew Biden wasn't any good, but I wanted the Nazi out, and I figured we'd deal with the New World Order, which is what we're dealing with now.
Well, now you got Klaus Schwab on your side. You got Agenda 2030 being pushed through. You got it's happening here with Trudeau here in Canada, pushing that Agenda 2030. Actually, you know what? At the end of this month, December, we're supposed to have no more plastic single-use stuff there. That's supposed to be outlawed. But our news is bought and paid for by the federal government, and they
Mhm.
talked about it in January. They're not talking about it now because who are they going to get their products from? Everybody else in other countries are still using single-use cellophane wrap. Figure this stuff out. And now you have this idiot Biden there who wants to go and make everybody go green and get electric vehicles and
No, no, it's green with nuclear energy. Okay.
you see how
Yeah.
retarded that is?
It,
I want
but
everybody out there to hear retarded, retarded.
it's a no-win situation, so it didn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. And believe me, I'm not
There we
voting
go.
for anybody
There's
next time.
number 2F. And actually, with that F, we're at our last part here. We're at 7:55. I got to go in the other part there. That was beautiful, Kathy. That was
Okay.
awesome. You know what? I could talk to you. You know what? I could talk to you again there in the new year if you'd like to do this again, because I think we have
Sure.
lots of stuff to go and do. You know what? This was so fun.
Are we done? We're done?
Okay. Uh, just tell
Are we
everybody
still
where
on?
you, let's tell
Oh,
everybody where they can hear you and see you. What time's your show on there?
12 o'clock, 5 o'clock Eastern time, but it'll be on this station.
Okay, and then tomorrow on the 24th, that's the one you're doing.
Yeah,
No,
on
but
this station.
okay, when's Quantum Leap your show on the station?
Oh, Friday night,
Okay.
midnight to 1 Eastern time. See, I don't even think about this, okay? Oh yeah, my show, yeah. Yeah, for those that are Pacific, it's 9 to 10. And then
Okay.
I'm lucky because it's 7 to 8 at my time.
There you go. And you got me, the delicious recipe here Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, whatever is 6 Central. And I really appreciate you being on here because this was so much fun. And Laura Lee, my wife there, she was telling me, says, "Oh, you're gonna have fun with her." Says she's got a lot of stuff. Says just gotta go and watch her about. Tell her that you're on YouTube, so they.
I've been putting my shows on YouTube.
Okay.
But I've been very careful with what I'm doing because I want to make sure I get this event out.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
so I've been really, really good, really good,
Okay.
as best as I can.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening there. And this is Dell and Kathy, our guest. And good night there, people. I'll let what's his name there come on next.
Yeah, aloha.